Legends with Colby Hebert, the Cajun Hatter, curator, historian, and I'm really excited about today's topic.
Yeah, July 25th, I thought it would be cool for us to get into a little bit of a Christmas in July kind of spirit. And, you know, first off, I mean, we covered a lot of cool things last year around the holidays. So I figured if we could kind of recap some of those things, you know, we had, you know, Papa Noel, of course, the obvious, you know, he's our Santa Claus, our St. Nicholas. And, you know, some of the things we learned about him was the tales of, like, you know, the alligator, drawing him around on a P-roll and stuff like that. And then you got, you know, the fact that it was kind of more in the French part of our history and tradition, focused toward like New Year's than it was about Christmas Day, as far as a lot of the traditions that we're used to. We talked about some of the bonfires and all that. But of course, T-Bonhomme, you know, was the other one. He's kind of his younger brother, who's mischievous, you know, if we remember correctly.
I do remember that one.
He came in and he'd kind of mess with everybody, all the toys that they got through for Christmas.
Kind of like the Cajun elf on the shelf type deal.
Yeah, exactly, and then we came back around St. Patrick's Day, and we talked about Le Lutin, which was sort of a leprechaun of Louisiana's history, but in I guess its breed, or, you know, what it is, it's sort of an elf. So again, also thought of Le Lutin as being someone a creature that might work for Santa Claus in his workshop. But today we're going to talk about a totally new thing, which is La Christine. And La Christine, what's interesting about it, to me at least, is that, you know, in St. Landry Parish is really kind of the only area where there's areas within St. Landry Parish that this tradition exists in South Louisiana, otherwise mostly unknown. And places like Arnaville, Leonville, and you know, essentially it's thought of as, by the old folks, they describe it as this woman in a long gown. And she shows up on Christmas Day. She appears miraculously. The children don't see her. And she fills their shoes with candy. And so it's kind of generally thought that, you know, she's basically Papa Noel's wife. So she's sort of the South Louisiana Mrs. Claus, La Christine. But you see, the reason she arrives after is because she's always kind of reluctant to go with him when he's going around the world, you know, on Christmas Eve. But yet she kind of ends up feeling like, you know, a little bit of, you know, she's a longing, like, oh, I missed that opportunity. So she'll leave a little later. And then as she's making her way, you know, around, she's kind of always just behind Papa Noel, never quite catching up with him. And then ultimately shows up the day after Christmas, you know, with some delay. So
I love the candy and the shoes bit. I think that's so unique.
Well, yeah, and what's fun about it too is that, you know, in retrospect, those kids who have been misbehaving, they get like corn cobs and ash.
In their shoes?
In their shoes.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's still better than coal.
So La Christine, and you know, it's the only other thing I'd say that the deviation of this is that the date. So it's pretty consistent about the story. However, the date is sometimes more a New Year's Day thing. Again, which if we look at, you know, South Louisiana's sort of holiday culture, it's really been up until the mid part of the 20th century. It's been more of a New Year's thing where they kind of Christmas season is ushered in on the 25th, but then on New Year's is when they start to celebrate. So
I love that we did a Christmas in July topic today. I love learning about all of the legends from you. We're out of time, but how can people follow you?
Yeah, so the Cajun Hatter, of course, downtown Lafayette, which we've also got, of course, Instagram, Facebook, and all the above. So you can check us out, and you know, of course, YouTube for our reruns on this.
You can find all of our reruns too on our website, KDN.com. Just search Louisiana Legends, and you have a look at the forecast on that.
I do. We are tracking some rain out there right now.